Hey, it's time to create a CV. A CV is your chance to stand out from the crowd and ultimately get an interview. So whether you're applying for your first job or you want to make a career-changing move, the Your Document section is the perfect place to create, review, and edit your CV. Making your CV can be much easier when you take information from your SkillsBank instead of writing everything from scratch. So it is recommended to visit your SkillsBank first and fill it up with information about yourself. Now, before you start writing your first draft of your CV, do take a look at some tips from the experts. There are different tips for different types of CVs, so choose what fits your current situation and it may help you get started. If you're still feeling stuck, take a look at some example CVs to see what great job applications could look like. So let's get started on your CV. Go to your documents and you can see all the different CVs and cover letters you have. You can either edit an old CV or personal statement, or you can create a new one. Now your CV is a formal document, so a strong template can make a huge difference. Choose a template that you really like and you can get started. Notice that the contact information about you is automatically filled in at the top, so you can start focusing on other parts of your CV. And now that you have a nice template set up for your first draft, let's start filling it in with information about ourselves. One very important part of a CV is the personal profile, which is basically a short summary of yourself. This can be created by answering the questions at the top with a little bit of the advice and tips from the tips section we looked at before. Mainly by answering some of these questions, you'll be able to write 2 to 4 sentences which are a strong summary of yourself. In this example, Qasim Sheikh is a business management student and he's looking for part-time work in the retail sector. Moving on, your key skills and achievements, work experience, and education can be imported straight from your SkillsBank. They can also be written or edited manually, so if you need to do that, simply click Edit. Don't worry if you're unsure on what to include in your CV over here. You can get feedback on your CV as soon as your first draft is done. The additional skills and qualifications section, you basically submit any skills or qualifications you may have that could be outside of school. It could be cadets, music, coaching, football, anything that shows you in a positive light. If you ever need help when writing your CV, why not use the tab on the right to pull information from your SkillsBank? For Qasim Sheikh's example, when it comes to the interest section, simply looking into the clubs and hobbies section of their SkillsBank, it leads us to an example of one of their interests. We can quickly copy-paste this into the CV. If you are unsure though, what specific parts of your SkillsBank are useful for a CV, simply click Print SkillsBank button and you can see everything inside the SkillsBank and maybe even print it out. And so finally, we're at the reference section. You know what? Most of the times, it's just recommended to write references available on request over here. And when they actually ask you for references, that's when you can provide their names, emails, phone numbers, and whatnot. There you go. We've done it. Your first draft of your CV is finished. Now the next step that we'll be looking at is sharing your first draft for some important feedback from careers advisors, professors, friends, or family. Simply click the Get Feedback button and send your first draft to either a mentor or manually enter the email address of a person you would like to send this to. So as soon as you receive some feedback, go right back to the Your Document section and you'll be able to see your first draft and you'll be able to edit it with all the feedback you've received. From there on up, hopefully you'll be able to get the job interview you've been looking for.